and welcome to the Maryville University Library website. Today we're going to talk about navigating the library's website, find databases, and learn how to search for both articles and books. You always want to start at the library's website. If you start here, you have access to all of our resources, even if you're off campus. If you use Google, you often will just hit a paywall. Let's go over the main aspects of our library webpage and where to find specific content. If we scroll down, we'll see a red bar across the top that has a bunch of drop-down options. If we click on resources, we'll see options to look for books at the Maryville catalog. And if we scroll down, we can see that using other libraries, Mobius is an option. Mobius is our connection to every academic library in the state of Missouri. So if there is a print text that we do not have, we can always request it from a neighboring library. This is a completely free service to you, and it takes about 2 to 5 business days for books to arrive, depending on the library they are coming from. You will also see an option for interlibrary loan. This is the way we can borrow digital items from other libraries. Interlibrary loan is a great way to request articles that we do not have at the Maryville Library. You will see a request through interlibrary loan option when searching for articles if it's an article that is not available. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. You also see a help section that has lots of videos and tutorials, as well as a section for both students and online learning. Here, you'll find any information that students might need about the library and a lot of information for online students as well. Directly under the red search bar, we have our Discovery Search tool. This acts like the library's Google. You can search here and search about half of our databases at once. And it looks for a variety of materials like books, articles, and even digital materials like videos and images. Directly under the Discovery Search box, we have a tutorial for how to navigate the Discovery Search, and then on the right side, we also have our 24/7 research help. If you click the live chat Ask Us bubble, a chat box will open and you will have the option to chat with a librarian 24/7. You can also text us at the number under the cell phone image. If we scroll down, we have 4 boxes that go across the screen, and all of these boxes are great ways to access specific kinds of material. The box all the way to the left is the databases box, and we'll talk more about that in a little bit, but it's the box you want to click on to find subject-specific databases. The box directly to the right of it is a great way to find ebooks, and then the research help is a great way to get information on how to find specific help. So if we click on research, it'll open us up to this research help guide, which will give you options to find specific library content. If we scroll down, we'll see an option to search our university archives and even our hours. Now let's talk about finding books at the Maryville Library. We can always search here for ebooks. If we scroll back down to the middle of the page, we can click on this box that says ebooks. We will then be brought to a page that gives us a summary of both how to use and find ebooks at the Maryville Library. If we click the link at the top that says Search EBSCO eBook Collection, we will be brought directly to a search where we can find only ebooks. So if we use this search bar here at the top, we can search all the ebooks we have on particular topics. If we go back to the library's website, we can talk about how to find physical books. While there are many ways to do this, including using this Discovery Search bar, I like to go back up to Resources and then click Maryville Catalog. This will bring you directly to the space where you can find Maryville physical books. You can search by keyword, title, author, or even series title and genre. This will show you all the books that are currently available at the Maryville catalog. If you're looking for a book that we don't have, you can always click the Mobius option at the top of the screen. Like I mentioned before, Mobius is our connection to every academic library in the state of Missouri. It's a free service that allows us to borrow from other libraries. You can search here the same way you search in the Maryville catalog. So let's search for a title, and let's search for Harry Potter. So now it's showing us all the titles that are available from every academic library that is a part of Mobius. If we are interested in requesting a title, all we have to do is click the Request It button and then find our library or cluster. And as a part of Maryville, we are Mobius Bridges, and then submit above information. Then you will be brought to this page where you fill out your name and then your Maryville ID number. So your Maryville ID to request things from Mobius is a 10-digit ID number that can be found on your Maryville ID. It will also have a capital M at the end. You will have 4 zeros at the beginning, and then the digits in your ID number, and then the capital M. This number will go out to be 10 digits long. Down at the bottom, you will keep the cluster as Bridges and choose a pickup location. You will see Maryville University Library as an option. If you click Submit, then the request goes through and you will be notified through your Maryville email whenever the book has arrived at the library. You can check this book out just by using your Maryville ID. If we go back to the library's homepage, maryville.edu/library, next, we're going to talk about how to find subject-specific databases. Like I said before, this Discovery search box in the middle of this screen searches about half of our databases at once. However, for a lot of in-depth research, and especially for nursing and health professions, often it's just best to go directly to a subject-specific database. To do this, we'll scroll down to the 4 boxes in the middle of the screen, and we'll click on the one all the way on the left that says Databases. A database is a place to search a collection of both academic and peer-reviewed sources. Often a database also has images and videos, journals, and more. This is the list of every database the Maryville Library subscribes to. On the right side, you'll find our most popular databases. This is where you will always find both Medline and CINAHL. However, you can also search databases by subject. If you go up to the subject box, you can search by both health professions and nursing. You can filter by subject to see all relevant options very easily on one page. Now let's look at one of those full-text databases that can be found in the A to Z database list. Today, I'm going to focus on CINAHL. However, you will become very familiar with both CINAHL and Medline while doing research for not only this course, but most of your nursing courses here at Maryville. Like I said earlier, both databases can be found in the popular databases list. CINAHL and Medline have very different content, so you should always search in both. However, the formats look very, very similar, so everything I tell you about CINAHL today can also be applied in Medline. To access the database, all we need to do is click on the title. Then it will open you up to the search page itself. You can type directly in that search bar, or you can click on Advanced Search, found directly underneath. Advanced searching gives you more options and allows to be a little more flexible with your searches. We can see that we have lots of boxes to type keywords in, but then we also have a lot of additional options below. For now, I'm just going to play with the keywords. In this first box, I'm going to type in depression. However, I know that there's a lot of different words about depression. There can be depressed or depression, which I typed in, or depress or depressive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to backtrack a little bit, and under depress, I'm going to put an asterisk. So now I can see I'm searching all depress or depression or depressive or depressed. And all I had to do was type in the root word of all of those phrases. So now the database is doing a lot of the work for me, so I don't have to type in all of those individual words, but I'm still using them as part of my search. I'm also not only interested in depression, but also anxiety. So I would be fine if I had articles that brought up depression or anxiety. So I'm going to space in my keyword box, type in or, and type in anxiety. So now I'm searching depressive, depressed, depression, or depressed, or anxiety. When you're researching, usually you're trying to find out something about a topic. So, what am I trying to find out about depression or anxiety? That is what you will type in your next box, separated by an and. I'm going to type in social media. So I'm interested in depression or anxiety and social media. So it'll bring up articles that talk about all of those things. So now all I have to do is press search. Then it will bring me to my results page. You can see at the top, the search results. I got 762 items. However, for my assignment, I know I need peer-reviewed academic journals. Peer-reviewed information just means that it's from an academic journal that is usually very subject and content specific. All the articles are peer-reviewed, which means that they are both written by experts and reviewed by other prominent people in the field. These are the best things to use for research in academia. To make sure I'm only looking at academic journals, I can use the Refine Results page section on the left side of the page. I can limit to academic journals, which will limit my search to peer-reviewed content. Another thing that's really important to make sure that you filter in the results left-hand bar is the publication date. When doing research about health professions, often the most common and up-to-date information is best. So right now, I'm searching from 1991 to 2019. Information from the 90s might be too old for my assignment that I'm working on. So you'll want to make sure you're really looking for information from the last 7 to 5 years. So I'm going to type in 2015. It'll automatically update the search for me and get rid of everything that's published outside of that date range. So now I can see that my search results are already down to 130. So now I'm looking at information about depression and anxiety in social media users that was published between 2015 and 2019, all from academic journals. To access this content, you can see that there is a PDF full text option. If you click on that, you will be brought directly to the full text of that article. However, if I scroll down one, this particular article does not have a PDF full text request. This has a request through interlibrary loan. I mentioned interlibrary loan at the beginning of this video, and it's the best way to access articles that we do not actually have. So this article, we can click on the title, I can see the authors, I can see the source, and I can even read an abstract to make sure that this article would really work for my assignment. However, to read the full text of the article, I will need to request through interlibrary loan. If I click on the request through interlibrary loan, I will be brought to the page where I can create my interlibrary loan account. Click the red First Time ILL Users, click here to create your account. Then you will be prompted to fill out a form. You must do this before you can request articles. If you've already have your interlibrary loan account, you can just fill out the two bars below with your last name and your Maryville ID which will have those 4 zeros and that lowercase m at the end. Then you can request that article that we were just looking at. Searching through these databases can be kind of overwhelming, but using these tips through advanced searching and through interlibrary loan, we hope to make it a little bit easier. However, if you ever run into problems, please utilize the 24/7 research chat or email a librarian at reference@maryville.edu.